Hi, I'm Ken Lebo, and I'm here to give you another tip about ChatGPT and AI. And today we're going to talk about ChatGPT Plus, but we're going to focus on plugins. And there are so many plugins that really take ChatGPT to the next level, including the fact that we know that ChatGPT's knowledge only goes up to September 2021. But by leveraging these plugins, we can really take the power of applications that are around today. So let me show you how to get this started and give you one example of a really cool productive plugin. After you sign up for ChatGPT, you'll see in the left-hand bar an option that says ChatGPT Plus. And that costs $20 a month. You have to put in a credit card information and confirm. Once you do that, you will now have access to Chat GPT 3.5 and Chat GPT 4. So if you click on 4 and you go to settings, you'll be able to turn on plugins. And if I go here and click plugins, you see I have 2 plugins installed. And if I want to see more, I go to the plugin store. And you can do a search. I think there's plugins being added every day. I don't know if there's an 800, 500. There was 500 last week, 800, I think, today, and there may be 1,000 tomorrow. Okay. And these are third-party applications where some of them you may need to pay for, but most of them have free versions on their website, which is integrated here with ChatGPT. So there are great plugins. I mean, you can take YouTube videos and get it summarized, PDF documents, websites. I have something called Link Reader where you put in and it gives you a summary of the website. So there are so many powerful plugins. The one I'm going to talk about today is called Show Me. So Show Me is a company called Mermaid. Okay, I guess it's also a language too. You see the M here, mermaid. Okay, so this is ChatGPT told me, hey, here's a link to Mermaid if you want to see it after I created my diagram. And then I just created a free account. And then they have a $17 a monthly charge for more features. But I'm just using the free account right now for Mermaid. And let me show you the types of diagrams it can create. Find it here. Here we go. So we can do flow charts, basic sequences, examples of timelines, a class sequence diagram, basic data diagram, basic state diagram, Gantt charts, pie charts, mind maps, flow charting, and all kinds of flow charts. Now, and it can do quadrant charts as well. So it's really, really cool because you're basically doing text to diagram and using ChatGPT to do it. So you can do simple things like an organizational chart. So let me go here where I had created, here's an org chart, scrolling up. So here's a basic org chart. You see CEO, COO. If you just say, here's an example of an org chart. And then I did one where I actually put names in and I said, Mike Smith, he's the CEO, and Lisa Doe's the COO. And under her is, Bob Dylan, director of ops, etc. And then you can tell it to change colors and it can change the color. And it's pretty basic. And then in Mermaid, you can export it to a graphic or a file, like a JPEG file. So, and then you can ask it with intelligent type charts, like things on the internet. For example, you can ask it about how, show me the evolution timeline of a car, or how does an oven work? So here's a diagram that illustrates how does a gas oven work. I just asked GPT. It is something simple. User turns on the oven, gas valve opens, gas flows to the burner. ignite sparks, igniters, sparks, gas ignites, heat is distributed in the oven. So it gives you just a very simple, and then it says you want to view the diagram in a new tab so you can see it full screen. And if you want to make changes, you can go to the Mermaid app, but you need to know how to use a little bit more of the tools or the code in the Mermaid if you're going to make those kind of changes. But what I did is I went into my notes on my Mac, and I said, create a new sequence diagram using the Show Me plugin. And I said, there are 3 steps to the process. We have a website, a quote, and an e-app. And there are processes in each step. The website, browse to the website address and select run a quote. Then on the quotes, we're going to say, enter your name, age, state, the term product type, like 10, 20, 30 years, amount of coverage, and health category. Then we're going to click run quote. Then after you run the quote, there are two options. You can either edit the data or inputs, go back from the beginning, or start the application. If you choose edit data inputs, you're going to repeat the steps. If you click start application, then you're going to go to step number 10, which is pre-fill information from quote, enter contact information and do identity verification, input beneficiary, payment information, e-sign the application, and click submit. So I just did this simple diagram, and when I do it, if I click here, you copy and go back to ChatGPT and paste. It's working on it. Let me go back to the bottom here. And it may take up to a minute to do it. It may take 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Depends on how busy ChatGPT is typically by the how many users are on that or how many are also using the plugin. And you can see by clicking here the code it's generating to create this diagram. Close this out. Okay. And here we go. So if I want to see this clearer, I'm going to click view diagram in new tab. And here we see it very clear. So we've got the website, browse to the website, select run quote. Now we're in the quote category, enter this information, then run the quote, then edit data inputs or start the application. The alternative is if you edit the data inputs, you're going to go back to steps 1, 2, and 3. Then in the application, you're going to pre-fill in the information on the quote, contact information, beneficiary, payment information, e-sign, click submit, right? So that's the easy diagram process that we did. Now, what's interesting is that it didn't allow me to change the color of these boxes, so you could edit it in a normal graphic editor. But it says, hey, would you like to generate it a little differently? Because I wanted the quote boxes to be yellow and the e-app to be green. And it just created a different type of process showing the website, the quote, and then the e-app, here, doing it that way. And then once you go into Mermaid here, okay, and you go into your project, and you see here's the project here, you just click PNG, and it's just going to generate a high resolution graphic file. And there it is. I have it now, and I can put it into a document or a PowerPoint or whatever. Okay, now that you've seen an example of how a plugin works, the Show Me plugin, there's just so many more you should try out, and really takes ChatGPT to the next level. So I recommend that if you really want to get into ChatGPT, to pay the $20 a month and start taking advantages of all the power that the Plus brings to the table, which I haven't even touched the surface. I just focused on plugins today, but I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.